What's up, guys? Today in this video I'm going to show you how to choose the best class for any MARSOC or Volk team. Obviously that's why you guys are here, and what we're going to focus mainly on are the rifleman and the specialist classes. Automatic rifleman and designated marksman are a little bit harder to use, mainly because of aiming down the sights. So we got Rob, Awesome, and Mobster here to help me record this video. Right now we're going to start with the rifleman, and you just can go to loadout 1. Usually loadout 1, loadout 2, loadout 1 would be your day maps, and loadout 2 would be your night. So you'd have night vision as one of your equipments. To start, I like to use the AK-5C, mainly because if you look at the gun right here, you have where you put your right hand, which is the grip, and then if you look at where your sight is, it should have the sight perfectly lined up with the trigger, and this will allow you to rest your gun or your chin on your controller so that you perfectly aim down the sights without having to hold it in front of you really far or really close. You'd have the attachment red dot sight. For this gun, it's best to use red dot instead of holographic. And then attachment can be either foregrip or suppressor. Suppressor would be better for maps like Downfall or Quarantine because they're a little bit bigger and you want to stay a little bit more hidden. But for other maps like Cargo, Suburbia, anything like that, use foregrip. It'll help your stability. For ammo-wise, your FMJ would be better than in the other two because you get 5 mags instead of 2. With armored piercing, you get 2 mags, but you do get to down them a lot easier. FMJ Tracer, it's easier to see the bullets when you're shooting them, but this can help the other team as well. So I just prefer the FMJ. You don't have to spend any points on that. Explosives, you can go with a frag grenade, which uses up 2, and then equipment, you would have a smoke grenade. Usually you want to smoke always so that you can get a lot of cover and move around the map. And frag grenade is pretty good if you need to clear corners and you think someone's around there. Or you can go the other way around, use 2 smokes and equipped another secondary like a G17. That's a pretty good pistol. It's easier to aim down, but usually you don't have those encounters. So I like to take the frag and the smoke. And now I'm going to confirm the loadout, and we're going to go right into the lobby. Alright, so now we have the gun in our loadout with the AK-12C. We're going to rest our chin right here on our Oculus controller if you have Oculus. It also works with Vive. Rest on your chin, and the sight should line up perfectly. And you can aim down pretty far and pretty accurate. So that's why I like the gun the most. And with MARSOC, when you want to reload, all you push is the bottom button and it drops the mag right away. With Volk, Volk guns, you have to hold down the button as well as pull it out. But with MARSOC, it's a lot easier. You just drop it and then you can reload it very easily. Now, reloading this gun, it takes some practice to get good at it. You can drop the mag, put it in, and then do that. That's the slow way, but over time, once you get better, it gets that fast. All you do is you just drop the mag, quickly put it to your chest, and pull back, like so. And that's an easy way of reloading. A cool little thing that most people don't know is when you're playing, you breathe very loud, Rob. So another thing with guns is it works for any gun. When you push down your thumbstick to change the controls, or not the controls, the fire rate for auto or semi-auto, that's with the Oculus. I don't know how it is on Vive. How is it on Vive? Do you have Vive?
Right on the thumbstick.
Right on the thumbstick? Okay.
Sorry, left.
Left on the thumbstick. You can hear a difference in between changes. If you push it in and you hear a soft click, and then you push it again, and you hear a deeper click, almost like you pushed harder. The harder one or the deeper one, it means semi-auto, and then the lighter click means full auto. So if you're running around and you're about to peek a corner, but you want to be in full auto, but you can't remember what mode you're in, and you don't want to shoot because then it gives away your position, you just gotta listen for the click. If it's lighter, it means auto, and if it's deeper, it means full. Because not every gun will show a symbol meaning what it is. So on this one, P means semi and A means auto, but not every gun uses that, especially for Volk. I don't think Volk has any guns that use that except for the G3 auto. So just listen for those key features. Light means auto, and deeper means semi. Then you've got your smokes. Easy way to throw them is underhanded. Goes pretty far, pretty accurate. And then same with your frags. You can throw them pretty far. You got your pistol, your sidearm. It's pretty generic. Nothing special about it. And then you got your one syringe. You always get one syringe no matter what, and then you can choose 2 extra syringes. Usually you don't need to use 2 extra syringes because since the new update, when a teammate's down, you need to revive them. You can pick up their own syringe and use it on them. So when you're going around corners, longer guns tend to have a longer barrel, meaning that when you go around a corner, it's a lot easier to see the barrel. So when you come around corners, most likely you're going to come around the corner, you're going to peek, you're going to check corners, and then boom, you're dead. Alright, so now what you really want to do is when you go around corners, you don't want to come up close. You want to get wide and make sure that your gun's already pointing in the direction that they're going to be in. Because in that scenario, your gun's not going to stick out around the corner, and the enemy's not going to be prepared to shoot you. Like that. So in this one, now that we've gone over the rifleman, we're going to go over specialist. And in specialist, I like to use the MK18. The MK18 is one of my favorite guns as it has a very short barrel, so it gets around corners very easily. You can either have a suppressor or a foregrip. I prefer the foregrip in, once again, short ranged maps like Cargo, Suburbia, Tanker, etc. Or you can go for the suppressor. Once again, it will eliminate muzzle flash, but obviously it won't really stop the sound. The sound's still there. All it does is you don't have any more muzzle flash. There's no bright lights when you shoot. So it really it doesn't give away your position to the eyes, but to the ears, you're still vulnerable. Once again, keep an FMJ. Holographic sight is what you want because it lines up perfectly with a trigger, so you can just rest your chin on the controller. Under explosives, you can keep a flashbang or a smoke. Those are really good when you are on MARSOC. I think the smoke is better. And then body armor. With this gun, it takes a little bit more shots than it would the AK-5C, so body armor is recommended. And that's pretty much sums up for the Mark 18 specialist. So now I have the Mark 18 right here with the short barrel. Obviously not right now because it has a suppressor. Put it to your chin. Boom. Sights lined up pretty perfectly, I would say. Once again, right here, that means auto, semi. You can hear from light and dark. Easy to reload. All you gotta do is release, mag, pull back. Do it pretty fast. Nothing else really much with the gun. What I like to do is I like to keep my right controller, which is my right hand, trigger hand, up to my chin. So when I'm running around, boom, I'm already set. Like that. Really fast reflexes. One of my favorite guns. I used this for a long time. Now let's test corner shots with it. Now I have a shorter barrel, so let's see how it works when I go around corners. Pretty fast, I think. Alright guys, now that we've gone over MARSOC side, let's go over the Volk side. This is usually the defending side, if you don't know, and MARSOC is attacking. First, we're going to go over the rifleman. Under Loadout 1, we're going to go with the AK-12. The AK-12 is a pretty standard gun. It's got the holographic. It's pretty accurate. It's a little bit farther back. It's one of the only rifleman guns I could find that's close enough to where it matches with the trigger. But you can still use it just like the other guns. Put it up to your chin. Suppressor is usually best since you're on Volk. You kind of want to stay as hidden as you can. Take off those couple shots maybe down the other person while still staying alive. So suppressor is my favorite for Volk side. Keep it FMJ still. Explosive side. You can either take 2 flashbangs or you can go for a frag grenade. Frag grenades are pretty good if you know that someone's pushing with you or someone's got a shield. Easy way to take them down is just a normal frag. If you don't want to use a frag or you don't think you're good enough, you can take body armor instead and make sure that you're alive to stop someone from capping. So we're going to take the frag with us. And so now we have the AK-12. Right here, pretty easy to reload. Obviously, since you're on Volk side now, you're going to have to pull the mag out, put it back in. And this one's pretty easy to reload as the chamber is up in the front. Easy to rack it. So, boom. Boom. Pretty easy. Right here, as you can tell, Volk does not have the animation on auto and semi-auto. So, we're going to go to semi right now. Boom. And then auto. And that's the AK-12 being fired. One of my preferred guns when playing on Volk.
Want to try without the silencer?
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then this is the AK-12 without the silencer and then foregrip instead. Obviously, a lot more accurate at a longer range, but generally you don't want to use full auto at longer ranges as you will waste more ammo trying to kill them when semi is more preferred, so you can get a lot more hits off the person. Alright, now we're going to do the AK-12 corner shots. We got a longer barrel, probably the longest one we've used so far, so instead of going up close, we're going to go from a wide angle shot, and boom. Alright guys, now that we've gone over the rifleman for a Volk side, we're going to go over specialist. Specialist is usually the one side that has the submachine guns, shotguns, and so forth. I like to use the TAR-21 with a holographic. This one's probably the one gun that is most lined up with sight-wise on Volk, as well as it has the suppressor, which I prefer as it's already got such a short barrel, ends right here. Might as well take the suppressor, stay more stealth, and get more shots off without being seen. When it comes to attachments, usually just take body armor. Once again, you're using a submachine gun, so you want to get as many shots off as you can before they hit you. And if you don't want to use body armor, obviously take the frag grenade, one or the other, generally on Volk. Now we're going to go back in and try and shoot it. Alright, now we're going to go over the TAR-21, one of the specialist classes. This is the barrel. It's pretty short in length when it comes to guns in Onward. So right here, once again, no animation as to selective fire. Probably one of the hardest ones to reload. It's behind your right hand, but not too hard. And you just take the chamber and rack it up in the front. Once again, pretty easy. Alright, testing the fire rate. Full auto. It's got a slower fire rate, but it does more damage than the other guns. And now we're going to go semi-auto. Alright. And that is the TAR-21 shooting in the firing range. Alright, now we're going to do the TAR-21 corner shots with a shorter barrel now. Alright guys, so this is the class tutorial, choosing the best classes between MARSOC and Volk, according to Rifleman and the Specialist subtitles. I'd like to give thanks to Rob, as I just met him less than 2 hours ago, and he's been an awesome help in demonstrating this tutorial. And then I also like to thank my other cameraman, Mobster, for coming out here during his free time of his family and recording in third person for me and being a lot of help. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this was helpful to you. And if you guys want any other tutorials involving Onward, I'll try my best to give you guys some help. So thank you for watching and peace. What? No!